Chicago is getting hotter, Chicago is getting wetter. And so are city officials adequately confronting climate change? Carol Marine and students at DePaul University Center for Journalism Integrity and Excellence have spent months digging into that question, and Carol Marine joins us now. Welcome back, Carol. Good to see you.
Thank you, Brandis. Promises have been made across the administrations of three mayors, Daley, Emanuel, and now Lightfoot. Our students analyzed hundreds of pages of city records, looked at policy proposals, and spoke with climate specialists and community leaders. What have we learned? Well, that promises are easy to make, but desperately hard to keep. Let's start with this promise. In 2008, the city proposed to plant 1 million trees by 2020. It was part of a bold and radical plan to help reduce the effects of climate change. But city data, obtained through our open records request, show that failed. According to city documents, in 12 years, just 77,000 trees were planted, not 1 million. In the end, the city reached less than 10% of its stated goal. This map we created based on city-provided data depicts where trees were planted and shows most ended up in predominantly white wards on the north side. The least number of trees were planted in the predominantly Hispanic 22nd Ward on the southwest side, which includes Little Village. Only 260 trees there. Angela Tovar is Mayor Lightfoot's point person for the environment.
So if you are a homeowner, you can call 311 and request that a tree is planted in your community. Typically, more affluent communities have used that resource the most. Perhaps the program or the visibility of the program wasn't applied equitably in the past. We have the opportunity to change that.
In 2008, Mayor Richard M. Daley unveiled the Chicago Climate Action Plan. 60 pages of objectives aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions and flooding, in part by planting those 1 million trees. The goals were?
I'd say a lot of them were dashed.
Suzanne Malik McKenna was a co-author of the 2008 plan.
We had 72 actions amidst 5 different categories, like renewable energy, waste and industrial pollution.
She eventually became the city's Commissioner of Environment in the Daley administration, overseeing the Climate Action Plan. But
that kind of came to a crashing halt when the new mayor came along.
The new mayor was Rahm Emanuel, who eliminated the city's Department of Environment, arguing there were more fiscally sound and efficient ways to address climate change, including, he told us, shuttering coal-fired plants by using other existing city departments. But environmental activist Kim Wasserman says her community is frustrated by every mayor, from Daley to Emanuel and now Lightfoot, when it comes to comprehensive environmental policy.
We've been asking for environmental justice reforms. It has not happened.
Wasserman, head of the Little Village Environmental Justice Organization, is particularly distressed about flooding. Why is flooding a problem?
When it rains, you have intersections, crosswalks, house basements that are continually flooding in our neighborhood. These homeowners and renters are feeling it because they're seeing more and more floods in their living spaces on a regular basis.
The city acknowledges that there is not yet a city-sponsored solution to that persistent problem for homeowners.
So we do not have a program right now. What we can do is continue to push for that program, which is why we've dedicated that money through our budget investments now.
Wasserman says she has a good working relationship with Angela Tovar. Nonetheless,
they can hear us all they want, but whether or not they take action on what we say is a completely different thing.
We want to work with community members and leaders to really evaluate how we can best serve people on the environment.
This fall, Mayor Lori Lightfoot allocated $188 million to address climate change in her 2022 budget,
which represents the largest one-time investment in climate mitigation, adaptation, and environmental justice priorities in the city's history.
Front and center in that new budget are trees, as it was in the Daley administration. Lightfoot is proposing 75,000 new trees in the next 5 years. Still, there are many other climate challenges. In late October, the city was battered by high winds and heavy rain. Many scientists worry Chicago is getting wetter and warmer, increasing the likelihood of environmental extremes.
Near term, it's flooding and heat waves I really worry about.
The University of Illinois' Don Woobles is one of the country's top climate scientists.
There's no question. This is one of the most important issues facing humanity, and Chicago needs to know how to deal with its future.
We could have 30 days of 100-degree temperature and 90 days of 90-degree temperature by 2070. That's, right? Imagine that on our region, right? More air conditioning. There's all these different issues.
Mayors come and go, and so do ambitious plans. But scientists say if environmental policy does not become environmental law, the effects of climate change will only worsen.
I don't know whether planting 1 million trees is the right goal or not. That's not the point. But we need to have a series of goals that allow us to meet those mitigation and adaptation responses that we need to be doing.
Are you optimistic, pessimistic?
I seriously believe that we as humans know how to deal with serious problems. We've shown that in the past. Sometimes we have to be kicked hard to do it.
In September, Governor Pritzker signed a new state law to eliminate carbon emissions by 2050. Mayor Lightfoot has added her name to a regional climate change initiative. Brandis.
And Carol, Mayor Lightfoot campaigned on restoring the Department of the Environment. Where does that stand?
Well, so far she has not done so. Angela Tovar says it remains a goal, but it is an unrealized goal. And one final note, we have to thank Ben Welsh. He's a former DePaul graduate who has helped us with data surveying with our students, has gone through all of the data analysis. Ben is a Pulitzer Prize winning data specialist from the LA Times. We're lucky to have him helping us at DePaul.
Excellent. Congratulations to Ben. And as always, good to see you back in studio.
Thank you.